About 3 years ago, we really started looking at some models to help our system grow and really improve the quality of the instruction that we provide here. And what we tried to do is really look at some models that we could grab a hold of and train our teachers and really use that to a high impact. So the model that we're using K through 8 is called expeditionary learning.
What makes expeditionary learning unique from other programs, I would say, in most every other school, is expeditionary learning takes into account both the culture and the habits of the students and the academic performance. So rather than just focusing on academics, which is what many programs are, expeditionary learning also says, okay, we need to make sure that students are engaged, and we need to make sure that teachers have the tools to provide that engagement during class.
The most critical thing about what we're trying to do now is we're really trying to engage kids in their learning and engage teachers in the teaching process. Because I think what has happened in education is there's been so many mandates that teachers don't feel like they can really teach. They feel like they're kind of given a set of books or a set of expectations and that's it. And I think kids feel that way too. So really the goal of the entire thing we're doing is to engage kids in learning and really help teachers be able to help them do that.
I love the freedom that we can kind of do what we need to do for the kids. When I go to school every day, it's always hands-on, fun, exciting. I'm just excited as the kids.
It's very real world, especially at the elementary school. So there's attachment to our local community, like the fish hatchery, like the gas and oil industry, and we bring in those local experts to talk to our students. And then we use that local information and those local experts to then teach the Colorado standards of what students are supposed to be learning in Colorado.
We actually went to a fish hatchery, and we learned how fish had to live and how much food it had to be, and it was super cool to learn how fishes live.
Like lately, we've been learning about the human body, and so on Friday we went to the Denver Museum of Nature and Science and dissected a heart, and it was a lot of fun.
The schools have not only beefed up their curriculum to make it more relevant, but they've also worked on the culture of the school.
As far as the culture goes and as far as the feel goes when you walk into this school, it just feels like a place where people want to come.
Everything that we learn, we apply for the rest of our lives because, you have to learn how to collaborate with people you don't like and be responsible and ask questions and do service for the good of others in your community.
We're not teaching you this stuff solely for the classroom or solely for inside of these walls. We're teaching you this stuff so that you can go out into our community and, be an upstanding citizen.
To be a student at Grand Valley High School, you are taking advanced placement courses.
And AP for All is really what it means. Every student in our high school takes AP coursework. It doesn't matter if you're the smartest kid in the school or you're really working on some deficits and have to overcome some things. Every kid has to take AP classes.
With that, we've increased the rigor tremendously. The teachers, I'll tell you firsthand, they are working incredibly hard, and that's good.
Our intent is to provide consistent, rigorous, quality instruction for all students across the board so that every kid, whether they're going to college or not, are going to learn biology better than they would have if we had implemented or we're using a more traditional curriculum.
At first I didn't know really what it was, but after it was explained to me, I was excited because you can pretty much almost be done with your freshman year if you pass all the AP courses, and it depends on what college you go to, but it helps out a lot if you're planning on going to college.
It's not sitting and reading a book all the time and answering some questions. It really is about our kids learning at a different level and being able to move out into the workforce and be able to really do some really cool things.
With the two models, the expeditionary learning K through 8 and then the AP for All in the high school, I just think are gold mines.
This year, for the first time, our third grade scores grew about 19 percentage points, which is huge. And we're still not where we want to be, but we think it's really going to take off. I'm really looking for some massive growth in other areas. Last year, the high school won the Governor's Growth Award, so we were the highest growth high school in the entire state. So yeah, I think there's some real potential for this, and I think over the next couple of years, just with all the background and the stuff our kids are doing, you're really going to see this district do some amazing things.
Kids are buying in, so they're trusting us more. They see that what we're asking them to do actually has a purpose, and it's going to have a positive impact on their future. And it's not just, you know, going through the motions, okay, I'm in school from 7:40 until 3:55 and then I go home. So I feel like that cultural change and that responsibility that they're seeing is an ability to really understand that what we are doing in school is going to make a difference on their future.
Being a kid at the school, it's super cool.
It's a fun place to come and learn.